It's like the Peter principle. I'm Peter, and I hear this a lot, but like, no one, no one's working as hard as you are, right? And so everyone assumes that, and the better you are at doing a job, the more it appears like magic. Therefore, I should be able to just tell a machine something, and I get it. Like, how hard can it be? And anyone who's been an expert in their field, like everyone has someone at their company that if God forbid they missed a day at work, the company would fall apart. And I think what AI is doing is kind of giving a false sense of that person is extendable infinitely using machines, when the reality is you're only extending that first part of the conversation with them where you ask them where the salt shaker is, or where's the 1099 file, or all those things. But you're not like, you don't have that years of experience of, oh, he's asking about the 1099 file, it must be time to file the X report, and all those other related systematic things that humans are good at, like making those connections. And so that disconnect of like, okay, we're going to spend, like, ChatGPT spent $12 billion in loss last quarter making AI models. And they have there's never been a company in the history of the world that lost $12 billion in a quarter and survived. And so the only way a company spends $12 billion and wins is if they become the operating system of the world, you know? And so putting that aside, there's a lot of measure interest in marketing to make AI in everything, even when it doesn't make sense to do so. And so the first thing I do with my clients is I do a gut check of like, what do you like to do in a day? Like, let's put aside like what AI could do. What do you wish you could just outsource, and what is your budget for doing so? And that conversation changes things dramatically, because instead of the chatbot replacing a person, you're having a chatbot replace a service, or chatbot replace like a 20 minutes of my day. I go and I copy all the new emails into an Excel. So we're gonna have AI build a tool for that, so you don't have to do that. And so now you have 40 minutes to look at all the new emails in your Excel and sort them, you know, things like that. And we do that in a granular way that is provable and measurable and all that, in a way that black box AI doesn't give us.
Peter, I know you work like, do you work like in all industries, Peter, or is there a
I
specific
do.
industry that you work in?
No, no, I do. I work in like, small offices. I've worked for banks. I worked for healthcare. And so all of them have different domains, and often in the same company. Like, I worked for a large retail chain. Uh, you may have heard of them. They're in Arkansas. They're everywhere. They have a healthcare plan that is larger than Medicare in 13 American states. And so their HR department is bigger than most state economies. And so they have all they have, if you ever had to go to Social Security, they have all those problems that a state would have. And so they're looking for solutions to all kinds of things. And so they have a call center just for HR that has hundreds of people in it. And the kind of problems they would encounter would be like, oh yeah, we every phone call is 2 minutes, and the first minute and a half is verification, where you have to prove who you are so we can talk about your private information. So
Mhm.
instead of like having a chatbot that does the whole phone call, let's just do a chatbot that does the verification while you're waiting on hold to talk to the person. And so now you only need a minute to ask the question and get off. And so these are kind of like the counterintuitive things of like, yeah, we can outsource everything to AI, but what if we just do a little AI and see how that goes, right? And see if we can chip away at things that no one likes to do before we start like having it badly do things that people are pretty good at.
Yeah.